Great bowling, completely deceived Grant Flower. His poor run continues. Flower looking for the ball short of the length. He didn't pick it up, and before he could raise his eyes, his stumps were shattered. Big shout from behind. Dave Orchard nods his head, and Caddick gets his second wicket. He's on fire. England have done the right thing here. Zimbabwe 8 for 2. Inside edge this time. And Campbell goes as well. Another fine catch by Alex Stewart. Campbell's wretched run continues. He's gone for a duck. Zimbabwe really struggling here. They're 8 for 3 after 6 overs.
It's a good stroke, threw mid off, up the hill towards the nursery end. Got plenty of bat on it, and it'll keep Hussain interested, but he can't get there. Great way for the captain to get off the mark.
More runs. This is turning into be already a very productive over for Zimbabwe. Straight to slip. Michael Atherton, the man, taking a very comfortable catch. And so the bowling change has certainly worked for Nasser Hussain, and Ed Giddins strikes with his 4th delivery. That's well caught. That's a fine catch. Nick Knight this time at 3rd slip. Had to move pretty sharply to his left. And the move pays off again for Nasser Hussain. Good captaincy this morning. He's been sharp, he's been aggressive. And he's getting the right rewards too. That's past Nick Knight this time, all along the ground.
He's dragged it on. That's another wicket for Giddins. The short balls work for him.
Well, look at this. Giddins got a little bit lucky here, but it's worth trying from a bowler of his pace. He's pitched everything up so far. The surprise shorter ball, under edge from Whittle, who drags it into middle and off stump.
That's nicely played by his street. On the ground, that's Hussain, the England captain, chasing. It's going to be a close one, but I think the ball's just going to win. It does. It's the 10th boundary. His streak off the mark. Ed Giddins has picked up 2 of those wickets. Make that 3. Caught by Mike Atherton. First slip, regulation. His streak's gone, and England taking control of this test match.
Not a swing day.
That's a catch, and I think he's gone. Dave Orchard gives it. Mark Ramprakash takes the catch, and Ed Giddins picks up his 4th wicket. England, the driving seat. Skied up in the air. This should be out. Oh, and is just. Darren Gough nearly got that all wrong. Chris Schofield did the right thing. He pulled out. Darren Gough, I think, might have had half an eye on Chris Schofield, but it's Ed Giddins' 5th wicket. There's a shout, and I think that's it. It's the end of the innings, and Zimbabwe are dismissed for 83. Darren Gough picking up the final wicket, straightforward catch through to Alex Stewart.
Well, Ramprakash has got off the mark with a boundary, but it could have gone anywhere, and he's very lucky that it didn't go into his stumps. Not the shot of a regular opening batsman at all.
Well, they're asking, and they're getting. They've got the result, exactly the result they wanted. Heathstreak's perseverance has paid off. That's the end of Mark Ramprakash. Looked to have got quite a good stride down the pitch, but it was just in line, according to Peter Willey.
That's through mid-off. What a glorious way to get off the mark. Outfield will be slow, but still got enough on it to carry to the boundary. That'll be 4 more.
As I was saying to you just in the last over, he does tend to get driven a lot. There's 2 perfect examples.
In the air and gone. Hussain will be absolutely livid with himself getting out like that. He thought it was a wide half volley, begging to be hit to the boundary. He just found Brian Murphy at point.
Well, that's a freebie. That is a freebie. 4 runs. Beautifully put away.
Get the feeling that Mike Atherton's been sizing Pommy Bangor up for this. Maybe you're right, Davey. That is a good shot. Picked that up and smashed it away through square leg for 4. Brings up the 100 for England. Going to be 4 more. It's a no ball. No, not a no ball. Signal 4. It's the end of the over. Going through quickly. He'll have to hurry, and does. Graham Hick through safely. Good running from Hick. It gets Atherton through for the single that takes him to his 50. It's his 40th 50 for England and his 7th on this ground. I think there may be a bit of bat on. No. Peter Willey says that's out. Ball kept low. I think Michael Atherton thinks he's hit that or got a bit of inside edge on it.
There is the 50. Not a problem at all. First ball after the resumption. Played away through the covers emphatically by Graham Hick. And that takes him to 51.
Well, this is unbelievable. Andy Flowers dropped another one. It's a big let-off for Graham Hick. And what is that going to cost Zimbabwe?
That's a glorious shot from Alex Stewart, doing exactly what Davey Houghton was saying the keeper should do. Stewart has watched that right the way onto the face of the bat and guided it through extra cover for 4.
But the old ball disappears yet again to the boundary. Short and wide, Alex Stewart dragging it from, in fact, quite some way wide off stump. Appreciated by another Surrey man, former Prime Minister John Major.
Stewart's 50, carved away down to 3rd man, may not run all the way for 4. An athletic bit of fielding from Grant Flower. I think the 3rd umpire will have a look at that. Maybe no need, they've run 4 anyway, and Stewart goes through to 50. There it is, just bearing onto leg stump, and Graham Hick scampers through for 2 to take him on to 101. His 6th Test match 100. Everyone delighted for him, but nobody will be more pleased than that man, Graham Hick. Oh, now then, got to be close, gone. The ball after he's got there, kept low, nipped back, and Graham Hick trapped in front of all 3. The only question going through Peter Willey's mind probably was it doing too much? It was a brute of a ball, and I don't think whether he'd been 101, 201 or just 1, he would have kept this out.
That'll be the 37th boundary of this innings. More than half the runs coming in boundaries. Stewart's really enjoying himself now.
No, you don't bother chasing those, even if it is up the hill. 16th boundary. And there's 1 more, and we'll have 4 more. Wide of that, to be trying to get the ball to swing, I think. I think that could well be 4 more. Stewart giving his 18th boundary. That's the way to play cricket.
Well, it's nice and full now. He's going to put pressure on the fielder. Alex Stewart's coming back. And he's going to have to hurry. He's made it. Has Nick Knight made it? We'll have to wait for the verdict on that. Alex Stewart was fully determined to come back for that second. Nick Knight shouted very, very loudly indeed, no.
Well in, not a question about that. The ball is thrown to Flower, who then hurls it up the other end to the bowler. Nick Knight not in the frame as yet.
Problem was for Brian Murphy, hadn't quite got the ball under control properly, and he's just had to delay. And in fact, with the square on angle there, Nick Knight seems to have made it. We should see a green light, and we do. And so, Alex Stewart can now relax and be congratulated on his 13th Test match 100, his third at Lord's. So a delayed reaction applause from the crowd. And that's a beautiful shot from him now, so that would have been put in jeopardy had Brian Murphy managed to take the ball cleanly and run him out. Instead, Nick Knight into a glorious extra cover drive.
That's nicely played. They'll race away down the hill. It's 4 more. In the air and out. Caught in the gully. Now, will that end England's innings? They're going off, I think, the tee anyway, with less than 2 minutes to go before the official break. But England lose their 5th wicket.
Straight to mid-off and out. How disappointing is that? Flintoff goes for just a single. Heath Streak taking the catch at mid-off. He's gone as well. He doesn't register any runs at all. Schofield, 2 very reckless shots from the Lancashire youngsters. Flintoff goes for 1. Now Schofield for a duck. That's well played. There's no third man. Paddock will pick up a boundary. The shot was certainly intentional.
That's through to the keeper. This time he's got him. Andy Flower takes the catch. A simple enough chance. And Heath Streak has 5 wickets in the innings. That's a great performance by Heath Streak. He has been by far and away the best of the Zimbabwe bowlers. That's a fine shot. Through extra cover, up the hill. And the ball wins the race.
It was almost the drive of the match for me.
That's straight up in the air. Nice, straightforward chance for Alistair Campbell running round from slip. So Brian Murphy has struck his first wicket in England. That's disdainful. That's the polite way of putting it. The 50th boundary of the innings, and he wouldn't have got a bet on Ed Giddins striking it. Now that's going up as well. That's another simple catch in the offing taken. Brian Strang is the man who's caught it.
That's got to be close, and he's given. England get the first wicket. The ball just nipping back. Now the only thing to consider there was, did it do too much? It's gone this time. It was only a matter of time. Knight throws the ball up. Now, Trevor Gripper stands. He's entitled to, if he's not sure that he thinks it's carried or not.
Well, he's entitled to stand his ground, Trevor Gripper. But there's the decision. He's on his way.
And that's out too. Campbell looks at the edge of his bat, but Dave Orchard thought that was plumb LBW. There's another wicket for Gough. Zimbabwe struggling here. They're 18 for 3 following their first innings, 83 all out. Plumb LBW. That's nicely whipped away. Giddins won't be able to stop that. Paddock straying onto the leg stump. That's out as well. Paddock gets in on the act. Sad, sad Zimbabwe. 33 for 4, 299 behind. They look completely lost. Very straight, and that's gone as well. Andy Flower goes. Zimbabwe 36 for 5. They're 296 behind. And they are being humiliated here. This time it does carry. No mistake from Graham Hick. That's the end for Neil Johnson. Zimbabwe spiralling towards defeat here. 49 for 6.
Oh, now that could be close. Yeah, well bowled, Ed Giddins. The in-swinger. Fuller, and coming back in to hit middle and off. Completely defeating Brian Murphy. Well bowled. Oh, what a good catch that is. Nick Knight, third slip. He's looked really good in the slips, Nick Knight. The end for Heath Street, second ball, gone for naught. Giddins strikes again, 8 down Zimbabwe.
That's a nice simple catch, well taken. That breaks the deadlock. Andy Caddick strikes, Graham Hick makes it look horribly easy at second slip. It's the end of Guy Whittle. That's confidently over the top, nothing wrong with that at all. Again, just that bit of space, a free swing of the arms. Good shot. Off his toes, that's going to go down for 4 more. Great shot, all the weight on the back foot, but it's a full swing. That's raced away. That's a fine swing of the bat too. Well, that's finished it off now. A deflection onto the stumps, and bang, were bowled by Andy Caddick. As the end of a test match which has seen England dominate all the way through. They win by an innings and 209 runs.
Well, Trescothic's gone after that. It's going to go away for 4 for the first boundary of the innings. Zimbabwe may be in the field for a long while. There's 4 runs, smashed away through the offside. Trescothic's back all right.
It's gone away fine, and will run all the way into the wall in front of the pavilion for 4 leg byes. It's picked away off his toes for 4. Third boundary for Trescothick, just a little bit too full from Blignot and a little bit too leg side.
Nice juicy half volley, and that's smashed away. That'll make Michael Vaughan feel a lot better. It's been a scratchy innings for him so far. That's his first boundary. It's bowled him round his legs. Michael Vaughan can't believe it, but he's going to have to go, and Heath Streak and the Zimbabweans are celebrating after that delicious off drive. Michael Vaughan goes the very next ball. That's in the air on the leg side, but it's 4 beautiful runs for Mark Butcher. The 50 comes up for England, a very convincing way for the Surrey left-hander to open his account. That's a glorious shot. Butcher will be hoping this will go for 4, and it will. Wide of Hondo. That's beautifully timed by Trescothick.
Fine shot. Now that's timing, perfection in the timing. That's into space. It's a long chase and it's 4. No ball and 4. It's also 50 for Marcus Trescothick. That's a good start to the international summer for him.
And don't give them too much width to do that too. That's a beautiful shot from Butcher. He's laid into that and crashed it away for 4. Swinging away down the leg side. It's beaten everybody, I think. Oh, just flicked the pad. 4 leg byes. More width. Carved away again over cover. It was just over Ibrahim. Too short, not timed, but it's got enough on it to go for 4. Under edge of the bat. Edged and gone. Trescothick playing at a wide ball has gone, caught second slip. Irvine takes the catch. Blignort gets the breakthrough, and that is a big wicket for Zimbabwe. Hussain on strike to Irvine for the first time. It's a gift of a ball to get the England captain off the mark. He does so quite comfortably, flicking away down the leg side.
Oh, that's a pleasant shot indeed for the England captain. That'll make him feel better. That's a great shot. Hussain waited and waited and waited. That's nicely placed. Running away down the hill towards the mound stand.
That's out the meat of the bat. That's the sort of delivery you'd quite like to see when you're starting again. That's got away from Taibu. Well, that might end Hussain's innings. And it does. First ball from Travis Friend, halfway down the pitch. Hussain goes to the hook. Douglas Hondo ends up on the ground, but crucially ends up holding the ball.
No ball. And the single takes Mark Butcher through to 50. 7 fours in that half century. Hammered away through the offside. First boundary for Key.
That's the way Mark Butcher played last night. He's continued. It's short and it's hammered away. It's a good shot. Over pitch, looking for the swing. Now that's, you can't fault the bowler for that. Good shot. Again, looking for that extra swing, over pitching and punished. I think there's a big shout. Steve Buckner raises the finger. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Robert Key thinks he hits this. This should tell us a bit more. I had the feeling that the bat hits the back leg. It's the top of the pad. And I think that's genuine frustration. And greeted with a quite exquisite drive to extra cover. That's the best shot of the morning.
Oh, that's a glorious shot. It's a poor ball from around the wicket from Irvine.
In the air but safe, and 4. 4 more. Zimbabwe bowlers have fed this shot of Butcher's. Short and wide outside off stump. And that's 4 more. Over the top of cover this time, not right out of the middle of the bat, but 3 fours for Butcher in the over. 263 for 4. That's it. Butcher's through for his 100. His second at Lord's, his 7th for England, and his second in 2003.
Smashed away through extra cover. It's a poor delivery from Hondo. Got exactly what it deserved. Dave Orchard eventually gives Alex Stewart out. Stewart wasn't going anywhere.
He streaked maybe back of a length. There's the nick, big noise. Ball sails through to the wicket-keeper. Stood there for a long time.
He's found the gap this time on the offside. That's gone up the hill for 4. Over the top, couple of bounces, and that's the 3rd boundary in this over. Well, that has gone sailing away over mid-wicket. Beautiful shot. Well, if there were any doubts about his timing just a few minutes ago, any doubts about the way he was playing, they're all dispelled now. That was gorgeous. That's beautifully guided away. Just a little bit of width.
Butcher's picked that up quite beautifully in front of square. 2 men out, didn't matter. Glorious shot from McGrath. Hammered through the offside. He looks really strong playing through extra cover.
Obviously, wickets is the best way to slow things down.
In the air, caught at short mid-wicket. The Moolen with the catch. That is a really good catch. So the attacking policy has paid off. Price picks up his wicket and Butcher has gone for a marvellous 137. 6th and 7th. Accelerating the rate. That's a good shot. McGrath down the ground. Beautiful high follow through.
Didn't get the full bat on that, but it's away for 4. Hondo's wide at long leg.
I think it makes so much sense. What a lovely shot that is. And they'll be enjoying this. It's been good entertainment here today. Brings the 400 up.
He has been prepared to throw the ball up and try and turn it.
50 for McGrath on debut. Well done, Anthony McGrath.
Bowled him out. Well, we've been praising Anthony McGrath's foot movement. He didn't know where he was there, and that one's crept through.
Plenty of cricket left in this game. Crashing shot. He's found the gap. It was at chest height, but sized away and hit very powerfully. It's just over his head, and it's cleared him. Cleared him by a distance. It's 6 runs. Well, that's 4. He's seen to have plenty of time.
Well, frustration for the bowler and the fielders. Nothing much you can do about that. Sliced away. Mr. Giles goes to 50. He'll enjoy that. And so do the players on the balcony. Well, the catch has been claimed. And the batsman will probably stand.
It's a lot of the times the batsmen get the benefit of the doubt here because you can't really get the right angle to see if it's stayed in.
Out. That is out. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sure that's right. I don't agree with it. It is, in actual fact, being given out. The wrong button's being pressed. How that's managed is, I'm not quite sure. And I agree with that decision. I felt that was out all along. Well, unorthodox, but very effective. Clubbed down the ground. And James Anderson's first runs in Test cricket. A boundary straight down the ground. Well, that'll do. That's the end. Ashley Giles trying to heave it out the ground. His innings comes to an end. An entertaining innings it's been as well. England then dismissed for 472.
It's up and over cover. No one there, that'll run away for 4. That's away as well. And there's no fielder there. Alex Stewart's after it. But even he can't get there. That's got him. Better length, better line, perfect result. First Test wicket for James Anderson at the end of his 3rd over. Zimbabwe are 20 for 1.
Here he is now from the pavilion end. That's gone for 4, backward a point. Ibrahim standing up tall.
Well, he also had that ridiculous field, didn't he, with no fine leg. That didn't help his bowling analysis. That'll be Ibrahim's 50. Down to 3rd man, all the way along the ground. It's a big moment for Dion Ibrahim, the first Zimbabwean to score a 50 in a Lord's Test match. Hasn't been pretty at times, but he's been effective. Now, bat this time, yes indeed. Grant Flower goes for 3. Hoggard strikes again, 79 now for 3 in the 29th over. Zimbabwe in plenty of trouble here. They're still 393 behind. That's beaten Vaughan this time, running down the hill towards the tavern. Vaughan's given up the chase. That's a very pleasant boundary indeed for Ibrahim. 85 for 3.
Got past Hussain. That's pretty well timed. Long way up the hill. It's just crossing now. That's a fine shot. That's going to be 4 runs. Whipped away on the onside.
I asked him how come he could swing it at left-handers.
Straight in the hands. That's what Mark Butcher was looking for. That's the line. That's the angle he wanted. Anthony McGrath has taken the catch. He was perfectly placed for that one. And Dion Ibrahim is the man on his way back to the pavilion.
Tickled away down the leg side. And it's 4. Oh, that's out. Yeah, no question about that. Full ball, swinging, pitched in line, definitely not going over the top, definitely not hitting off or leg, hitting middle. Street gets that through extra cover. Will it go for 4? It will now. Anderson bowled 1 at the nursery end. He's been switched now to the pavilion end. And driven for 4. Lovely shot from Taibu, his shot of the morning.
That'd be another boundary off Anderson, down to 3rd man. Up in the air, taken. Well, Hussain set the trap. Taibu will be disappointed to have been dismissed in that manner, but he's gone now. It's 129 for 6. Zimbabwe still trailing by 343. Maybe capable of putting on another yard of pace. Bowled him out. Tremendous stuff. Well, we saw it in the World Cup, the Anderson Yorker. It's worked again for him here today at Lord's. He's dismissed the Zimbabwe captain for 10. 133 for 7. His friend's first ball. That's not too friendly, is it? He's on a hat-trick now, James Anderson. Clean bowl, first ball. Anderson benefiting from pitching the ball further up. 2 scalps, clean bowled in successive balls. Can he get a hat-trick? Harmison, the only fielder not in a catching position. Here comes Anderson. Couldn't have been much closer.
Thumped away, that's going to be 4. A little bit of defiance here from the tail-enders. That's a good catch. That is a fine catch. Made to look very, very easy by Mark Butcher.
It's good bowling. He's just been swinging everything into the left-hander. This, if anything, goes the other way. Outside edge, and well taken.
It's all over now. That's the end of the innings. James Anderson has finished with a bang. 5 wickets for him, 5 for 73. What a sight that is for any bowler. The off stump knocked out of the ground. England, and especially James Anderson here, on a roll. Zimbabwe bowled out for 147.
Anderson going for the Yorker. It's 2 full and it's 4 for Vermeulen. Backward of point. Oh, what a good take. What a good take, and gone. There's a bit of glove. Harmison has struck with his first in his first over. Abraham has gone, and that is a really good snaffle at short leg from Robert Key. Hoggard again. Nice shot. That'll give Vermeulen plenty of confidence.
Turned away on the leg side. That'll run away down towards the mound stand for 4. 2 5-wicket hauls already. Vaughan can't get there. It's run away up towards the grandstand, up the hill for 4. Another full-length delivery and another boundary. Little more than a block in the end, but it's shot away.
It's forward and a third man. Crashed away on the offside for 4. It's beaten Vaughan, who's out on the boundary, and he only had to move about 10 paces.
That's beaten Vaughan. That's away for 4. And 50 for Mark Vermeulen in just his second Test match. His first Test match 50. Warm applause from his teammates up on the balcony. That's a very good effort. That'll be 4 more. Shorter and wider. Well, a strong back foot shot. That's away for 4. It's beaten McGrath at the short extra cover position. Haven't had full houses at Lord's for this Test match, but the game has been well attended. And that's out. Butcher's done it again. A beautiful outswinger. Vermeulen edges, and Trescothick makes no mistake. Well, that's come in, and that's out as well. Butcher's got another one. Carlisle looks long and hard at Dave Orchard, but the finger goes up. Zimbabwe 95 for 3. They're still trailing by 230. Butcher 2 for 8.
It's not really what he should be trying to do. That's a good shot. That will have enough on it. That's going to be 4.
Well reached. 4 runs.
Picked up nicely. Flicked away. Backward a square for 4. Nothing wrong with that. That was played with lovely control. In the air, gone. Butcher takes the catch at second slip. First wicket for McGrath. Taibu's gone, just fencing at that outside the off stump, and that really is a bonus wicket. Especially with Paul Collingwood out of the equation early season. That's in the air and wide of gully. Was nearly 3 in 2 overs for McGrath. Just a little too ambitious, and it's gone for 4 off the last ball of the over. Ooh, wide of gully. Past the left hand of McGrath and away for 4. Oh, that's close. Close to being out. Yes, he's got another one. David Orchard had a long think about it. And Streak has gone, caught halfway forward. He's gone LBW to McGrath for 11.
Fine shot. It was up there to be hit. And it was very well put away.
That's a good catch. Trescothick takes it. Flower goes for 26. Harmison does the trick. 168 for 8. England on the brink here of a win in 3 days. Anderson to Friend. No fine leg, that'll run away for 4. That's beaten mid-on, that'll go away to the boundary as well. Smashed away through extra cover this time. And 4 more. That'll run away down to the tavern boundary as well. 3 fours in the over.
Good shot down the ground for 4.
Catch it!
That's in the air, and that's out. Trescothick takes the catch at mid-wicket. Giles gets his reward. It's a good over, and he should have had maybe more than 1 wicket. But it's the end of Price for 26. That's 4. Friend is going down fighting, and it's good to see. Slower ball, and it's gone many a mile over long on and into the pavilion for 6. What a good blow that was. Friend's into the 40s now. Gone, it's all over. It's all over. Ashley Giles takes the catch at second slip. England have won this first end power test match. They've won by an innings and 92 runs. They've bowled Zimbabwe out twice, taken 19 wickets today, and have won by 92.